I took the job because I was desperate. That's the honest truth. It was late winter, bills were stacking up, and I'd just been laid off from a warehouse job that promised long-term stability and delivered 3 months of silence. So when I saw the listing for overnight security, I didn't ask many questions. It paid cash. No interview. Start immediately. That alone should have been a red flag. The location was an old commercial building on the edge of town. Technically still within city limits, but barely. The kind of place surrounded by empty lots, broken streetlights, and nothing else open after sunset. When I arrived for my first shift, the manager handed me a keycard, a flashlight, and said one sentence I'll never forget. Just stay inside the booth after midnight. He didn't explain why. The security booth sat near the front gate. A small glass box with a desk, heater, and a monitor showing camera feeds from around the building. The building itself used to be a medical supply warehouse. Closed down years ago. The new owner hadn't decided what to do with it yet, which is why they needed security. My job was simple: watch the cameras, log any movement, call the manager if something looked off. No patrols. No walking the property. Just sit and watch. The first few hours were boring. Nothing moved. No cars. No people. Just wind pushing trash across cracked pavement. Around 11:30 p.m., I noticed something strange. One of the interior cameras flickered. Just for a second. Then it stabilized. I figured it was old wiring. The building was ancient. But then it flickered again. And again. Each time, it showed the same hallway. Long. Narrow. Lights off. I zoomed in. That's when I saw it. The lights weren't off. They were broken. And someone had turned them off manually. I checked the logs. No one had entered the building. No doors opened. No alarms triggered. I picked up the phone and called the manager. It rang. Went to voicemail. I left a message and tried to shake it off. Old building. Old system. Nothing else happened. Until midnight. At exactly 12:02 a.m., the motion sensor alarm chirped once. Just a soft beep. Camera 6. Same hallway. This time, there was movement. Someone was standing at the far end. Not walking. Not running. Just standing. Facing the camera. I leaned closer to the screen. The image quality was bad, but I could tell it was a person. Tall. Thin. Arms hanging too low at the sides. I waited for them to move. They didn't. 30 seconds passed. Then 1 full minute. The figure didn't shift, didn't sway, didn't even breathe, at least not that I could see. That's when the radio crackled. Static. Then a voice. Quiet. Distorted. Stay inside the booth. I froze. I hadn't turned the radio on. I grabbed my phone and called the manager again. No answer. The figure on the screen took 1 step forward. Just one. Then the camera went black. I stood up, heart pounding, and locked the booth door. Every instinct told me to leave. But I needed the money. I told myself it was probably someone squatting. Or a prank. Or my brain filling in gaps. Then the knocking started. Not on the booth. On the building. Slow. Heavy. Like someone testing doors. Each knock echoed through the night. I watched the cameras. One by one, they went dark. Until only my booth camera remained. That's when I saw movement outside. Reflected in the glass. Someone standing behind the booth. I didn't turn around. I couldn't. The radio crackled again. Same voice. Closer now. You weren't supposed to look. I don't remember leaving. I just remember running. Dropping the flashlight. The keycard. Everything. I didn't go back for my pay. I didn't answer their calls. I changed my number. A week later, I drove past the property in daylight. The booth was gone. So was the building. Like it had never been there. I looked up the address later. It doesn't exist. And that job posting? I still see it sometimes. Same wording. Same pay. Same warning. Overnight security. No experience required.